afternoon, everybody. Today is the feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. It's a beautiful day in the church's liturgical calendar. A feast, and it's the feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe, patroness of the Americas, North and South America. Our Lady appeared to Juan Diego. His special day was the 9th of December. And how beautiful this day is that Our Lady, who is with child, appeared to Juan Diego and asked him to build a little house. Now remember we talked about that? We talked about the little house. What did that mean? Was that a little house preparing for her baby, the Savior of the world, Jesus? Was that a little house to make sure that Juan Diego also knew about the house in which every woman houses the little one, a child in her womb? Is that house about how all of us are part of one global family, the human family, men and women, and we need to take care of each other? Well, I'll tell you what I think. I think it means all of that. All of that. And how you and I must always work diligently for the protection of all human life, from the womb to the tomb, and every stage in between. They say if you want to put Christ in Christmas, you know what you do? You feed the hungry, you give drink to the thirsty, you clothe the naked. Isn't that what we do for angel trees? Isn't that what we do here and many parishes? We put Christ in Christmas. So yes, we prepare for the coming annual celebration, but we also make sure that if we want to put Christ in Christmas, we feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, clothe the naked, visit the imprisoned. Absolutely. And the church has been doing this for centuries. This is nothing new under the sun for the church. It's our mission. So when I think of the house that Our Lady Guadalupe told Juan Diego to build, that's what I'm thinking of. All those examples. The womb is a house. We have to protect that house. Don't tangle it up with anything. Don't destroy the house so that it won't be able to bear fruit. Make sure the house is kept sacred. Women have a wonderful responsibility of bearing human life. And the gentleman also has a responsibility of caring for that temple, that house. It's both and, not either or. That's Catholic theology. Both and, not either or. How many times do I tell you that? I tell you that ad nauseum, all the time, so that I hope it sticks in. Both and. The man and the woman. To respect human life in all of its stages. The home has to be cultivated with mom and dad. That home has to really be a place of actual love put into practice. That's a home. That's a house in which Our Lady Guadalupe is talking about. So it's the womb, absolutely, to protect and house the life from the first moment of conception. It's the house in which we live. It cultivates love and respect. It's the house of the global family. Put Christ in Christmas. How? Well, feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, clothe the naked, visit the imprisoned. It's our job. That's our mission. The house of the church. The prime importance of the church The church houses people. 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 People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. Don't you love that song? I love that song. We need each other. I need you. You need me. We need to walk together. We need to walk together and respect every life that God puts before us. Respect it. Walk with that life. Cherish that life. Well, today is the Feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. And Juan Diego had to convince the bishop to build a house. Because the bishop, remember I told you, is the teacher of a diocese. He teaches the faith. He is the teacher. And Juan Diego goes to him and tells him about what he has been instructed to do by our Blessed Lady. Okay, there's some skepticism there, right? So how does he convince the bishop? Well, it's December. There's no roses around, but he listens. See, listen. Be obedient to God. Be obedient to our Blessed Mother. Goes there, he finds the roses. Our Blessed Mother helps him, puts him in his tilma, goes to the bishop, all fall out. And the image of Our Lady Guadalupe appears on the tilma. Some people need proof. God provides it. God provides those who are weak in faith. And it happened. That's where that rose comes for the sanctity of life. You know that symbol of the rose? See, it comes from Guadalupe. You know that. It's important, everyone, to understand our faith and to spread the faith. We can't put our faith under a bushel basket. We have to make sure it's open so that the light is open for everyone and benefits everybody. So this day is beautiful. It's a beautiful day, December the 12th, isn't it? On the feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe, and December the 9th, St. Juan Diego. Telling us about human life, telling us about making sure the house is sacred, the temple in which life exists, the temple of the womb, the temple or the house at home, the church. It's all part of the global human family. You get it, don't you? Okay. I just want you to understand Guadalupe and the whole understanding of life and what she asked. That was a simple request. Simple request. And there you have it. So, Christmas. Christmas is coming, isn't it? And so we're having many masses here at St. Mary. Many masses. The mass schedule begins at 2 o'clock on Christmas Eve. Then 4 o'clock. 2 locations for the 4. Church and Father Hedge Hall. And then we go to 8. And then at 11:40, we're going to have lessons and carols. Lessons meaning readings, carols, songs. And then we're preparing for midnight. And then Mass will be at midnight. That Mass will be only candlelight. Have you ever been to a midnight Mass? Can you really stay up that late? Well, there are people that love that Mass and come to it every year. Because I have to tell you, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So we'll have it again. So I'm going to review Christmas Eve for you, okay? It begins at 2 o'clock in the church. And then we're going to jump to 4. And we're going to have 2 locations, the church and Father Hedge Hall. And then we're going to jump to 8 o'clock in church. And then after the 8, we're going to jump to lessons and carols at 11:40 in preparation for the midnight mass. Then we'll celebrate midnight mass at midnight. We will not celebrate it any earlier. It will still keep to its exact time at the strike of midnight. Love it, absolutely love it. And it'll be candlelight. That means that we will not use the lights on the ceiling. We'll use the Christmas tree lights. We'll use the candles at the altar. And if you're at the midnight mass, you know that we put the 2 candelabras, 7 candles and 7 candles, that's 14. And then the 4 candles that surround the altar. Then the trees upstairs in the choir loft and the garland. Do you ever see the swag above the crucifix? That's also lit. And then we'll have individual candles for you. All candlelight at the strike of midnight. Beautiful. Well, that's our Christmas Eve schedule. That's a lot of masses, right? Well, come on down, because we're going to show you the next day, which is the 25th. And that's going to be 7:30 in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, 10:30 in the morning, and 12 noon. All of them will be in church. So I just gave you 9 masses. Pick a mass. Pick a mass and come. We'll make sure that there are many people to assist you, even with parking. I just ask you to be patient. Now, many people will say, what mass are you live streaming? It's going to be the midnight mass. This year, it will be the midnight mass. Oh, little town of Bethlehem is our theme this year. You'll notice that we're having our Christmas tree blessing and lighting tonight. And there's a picture of the olive tree nativity on the cover. In fact, our graphic designer, Susan Rodzowitz, has chosen that particular nativity to be the theme throughout her design for this Christmas 2020. Oh, little town of Bethlehem. I think it's beautiful because Mary and Joseph had it rough, and so do we this Christmas. But I want to tell you, your parish is all ready. We're all ready to receive you. So come on, and we'll have a place for you. 9 masses, 9 masses, beginning with permission from the Archbishop at 2 p.m. Going all the way to midnight, and then the next day to 12 noon. All right? I hope to see you there, to gather, even during these difficult days. Remember, the statement from the governor does not apply to houses of worship. Someone asked us why it doesn't apply to churches, synagogues, temples, mosques, and other places of worship. I'm not boasting. I'd rather just look at our staff and our ushers, because they do a phenomenal job. in making sure that all the regulations are carried out. And goes to you for following them when you come to places of worship. Because we try our very best to be very consistent that you do it this way. So I just want to tell you, because some people say, well, why doesn't it affect churches? Because churches have really showed their due diligence and really, truly have been very faithful to the directives of the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, and the Commonwealth and the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. We don't want to harm you. We want you to come to your parish and feel comfortable. That's why we do everything that we do. All right? So I just want to give you that thing. Are you coming tonight to the tree lighting and the blessing? You know where it is, right? So it's right, in fact, this is my office, as you know. Then there's a porch next to me. And then the patio that the Scouts built. Remember the patio the Scouts built? Didn't they do a great job? And then right on that little piece of grass is the tree. So we'll gather there. There's going to be a little program, right, Susan?
Yep.
A little program. So it's probably going to be, I think, 10 minutes. Yeah, at the most. And then we're going to have COVID-style hot cocoa and apple cider, I think we have, and cookies.
Yes.
Okay? So a little treat for you. So if you don't go to the 4 o'clock Mass, please still come. It'll be 5 o'clock that we'll start this event. It's the second annual blessing and lighting of the Parish Christmas tree. The Parish Christmas tree. So it's right outside next to the patio. And we'll start that at 5 o'clock tonight. And then after that, we'll have some cookies and cocoa, and you can hang around if you want to, okay? I'll have the fire pit on, so it'll give you some warmth, okay? And we'll probably put out the I don't know what they're called, Susan.
Heaters.
They're heaters?
Patio heaters.
Patio heaters. Thank you. I don't have a teleprompter. This has to be all my memory, or I ask Susan, what are they called again? Patio heaters. You know, those. And then they have the heat coming out. So we'll have the gas pit on, the gas fire, and we'll have the patio heaters on. So you can stay around 5, 10, 15, half hour. Just stay and talk and have some hot cocoa and some cookies, and it'll be wonderful. So I would think from 5 to what, 6?
Yeah.
We'll say 5 to 6. If you stay longer, that's fine. But let's just say 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock tonight, outside next to the patio. All right? And just enjoy the blessing of your Christmas tree and the lighting of your Christmas tree. Because when I say parish Christmas tree, you're the parish. You're the parish, so it's yours. So let's come around as a parish family and do this. So I'll see you there tonight. Have a good day.